Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey, I want to talk to you about, you know, wasting money. You're not wasting the money. Your government is. Yeah, you know how they take tax dollars from you and hello. And then they turn around and they buy land. Then they turn around and charge you to camp there, put your boat in there, and then they get all that revenue with the food and ice and all off your tax dollar. You think that's right? I didn't think government was supposed to own land. Now they probably own more land than anybody. But I just don't think it's right where they own the waterways and the camping resorts. It's revenue. It's ridiculous. How in the heck did we get to this point? You know, I love to camp. Definitely love to camp. Look. See? I put my camper up, cleaning it all up, getting everything tidy with it. I might as well just put it in my yard and camp for free. Because I don't even feel right where they're doing this to us. I mean, this is just one aspect of what I'm talking about. I mean, you could sit here all day, well, maybe all week, probably all month, and talk about how they take your tax dollar and turn it around and charge you. So it makes no sense to me. Does anybody feel the same way I'm feeling right now? Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, so I live in Wabash, Indiana. And for years, they've been talking about fixing the railroad tracks so cars ain't being held up. I mean, a train goes by during the day and it's a huge jam up in the whole town. I mean, years they've been talking about how they're going to, I think they're going to dig under the tracks and put it like a bridge there, and so cars won't get stopped. And they haven't done nothing. I mean, why? What reason? I mean, they got all these other projects going on. It's like they got so many projects going on, trying to find out how to make money off of everybody, that they can't finalize one thing. I mean, how hard is it to dig under railroad tracks? I mean, it's a hill. It's a big hill anyway there, so it'd definitely go under. And then the train goes over, right? And then cars ain't being held up. Otherwise, you got to go down to the park system, down to the park district, where they do have that, and go under and come back around, which is ridiculous. It's just incompetence to me. I mean, you got 5 people jamming up the city because they're not taking it serious. They're not making cuts. They're not focusing on what needs to be done for this town. They're more like focusing on how much money they can make off of this and that. You know, they got projects where they got houses being developed and stuff, and, you know, money being changed hands, I'm sure. And then they got a big old place where the facilities was, a big General Tire, where they left all this toxic chemicals in the ground. I still haven't seen a cleanup on that. I mean, I know they said, well, we cleaned up a little bit. I mean, a board member said this. No, they haven't. They haven't done shit. I don't think they're going to. I mean, they said the same thing in Franklin, Indiana, and they built over it all on top of that shit. And then a bunch of people got sick. Very sick. So I don't see what the point is having a mayor and a council when they can't even do the work. They don't do the job. We pay them all this money to do what? You know? I mean, I'm talking about this railroad plan's been up for 20 years maybe? I don't know. Maybe longer, I don't know. It's been a long, long time talking about it, and then it gets thrown under the carpet. But I went through town today, and I'm like, this is so bad. I mean, something so easy to fix if you focus on it and you really want to do it, you can get it done. But they don't. How do I know this? Well, I've investigated. I've asked for, toxic list of stuff that's in the General Tire area, or to supposedly clean it up because they're going to develop it and all this stuff. And the city attorney tells me, not personally, of course it's always through somebody else, that it's all online, which was a pretty much lie. And basically, I look at him being incompetent anyway, because he's selling my mom stuff that shouldn't have been sold. I mean, yeah, he's an attorney, but my mom went to him one time and wanted to change her will. Well, she has an irrevocable will where it can't be changed. And he did tell her that. And I told my mom that. But she wanted it anyway. And I'm like, you can't, because it's irrevocable. But he did it anyway. Charged her over $2,000, $2,500 for it. Now, isn't that pretty much, bad? I mean, to me, it's more being incompetent. You're screwing somebody over because you told them that you can't, but you did it anyway because they wanted you to. I mean, you flat out just say, flat out, I can't, because you got an irrevocable will. You can't change it. But money was more important to him, I guess. Well, there's one. The mayor, I've been to him several times over when the pandemic came out, and talking about the masks and the water supply and all this stuff, and that went absolutely nowhere. And I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of people that's been to him about the water, but they're not fixing it, and I'm not happy with American water. This fluoride and chlorine crap is nothing but a scam. You can't drink it. You don't want to bathe in it. You don't even want to wash your clothes in it. But you got to pay for it. Does that make any sense to anybody? So what's the council really doing for us? I went to them about a haunted house that's down the road from us that brings our property value down because they have slaughtered heads on the side of the walls outside year round. I asked them, the mayor and the council, can they just clean it up? I understand if it's Halloween and they want to do their spill, and like Scott Long, it's a place of business. I don't think a haunted house. I don't look at it like that, but okay, whatever. But after long debates and many times there, supposedly I thought something was going to happen, and nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. Matter of fact, the next meeting, Scott took off. He wasn't there. And the other people were like, well, call this person and call that. I'm not going to do that, because that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. So absolutely nothing got done with that. Awesome, right? I mean, I think of it like this. They sit there and talk about how broke they all are. But in the same aspect, coming out of another council mouth, saying they would love to hire 10 more police officers. I wouldn't call 911 at all, because it causes more problems. They show up after the fact and they want to investigate, and basically investigate you because you're the only one there. The crimes already took off. So what is the point of that? I mean, protect peace officers and protect the public? I don't see it. So why would you want to hire 10 more of them? Right? Makes no sense. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not picking on these people. I'm picking on the actions of this council, of these people. If people were actually on the council that were passionate about this town, they would make changes, regardless of what obstacles they'd have to go over. They'd want to listen to the people. I've been there, and I also complained about the taxes. And that was about the time when they were talking about, oh, we'd love to have 10 more cops. Can't pay for that. They want to raise the taxes. They want to build new schools. They want to merge schools and money. They just built a brand new sheriff's office out there that I tried to do interviews with the sheriff, and I don't know why he doesn't want to do an interview. Why not? What's he got to hide? I don't get it. I always say, if somebody doesn't want to be in that public eye, they must be doing something. So, and I'm not sitting there pointing my finger at him, but for a sheriff, I would think that he would want to sit down and talk to all your people that elected you. I didn't really elect him, but I definitely wanted to interview him because I wanted to see where he sat with the Constitution. Yeah, that's a whole nother ballgame, isn't it? Oh yeah, and when I was there, I tried to do some FOIAs, and I was told that everything's good, and there's probably no complaints, and at least a couple years, no complaints. But I asked for the complaints, and I never got anything. And I asked, well, who sees, who takes care of these, when I turn in a FOIA to know about, how many complaints there are against the sheriff's office. Oh, it's the sheriff. It might explain why he doesn't want to do an interview. I don't know, but it doesn't look good for him. Oh yeah, let's talk about the coroner's office. I tried contacting him. I want to do an interview with him. It's like he's on this vacation. Those boats where you take all these people on vacation. What's that called? Oh, a cruise or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's out on that or something, because during the pandemic, I tried contacting him like crazy. Nothing. I don't get it. What's up with these public officials? These corporations that are supposed to be so good for the people and serving the people. And I don't want to beat up on everybody, but this is what my experiences are. I mean, I remember going fishing at the dam, and I didn't even get my pole out. I didn't even get my worm set down, and the DNR is all over me wanting my fishing license. And I was kind of a little hot about it, because I'm like, I haven't even got a pole in. How can you really ask for my fishing license when you haven't even seen me fish yet? Well, I'm here. I'm like, another thing. What do you think you're doing? You're protecting fish, that you have no control of? Or are you controlling the revenue of the people? You tell me. So basically, I think the problem is, no, I know the problem is, it's not about any of us. It's about how much revenue they all can collect from us. And then they go and divvy it up. I've heard stories about cops pulling people over and what do they call it? If they get in trouble, or they're gonna, you get pulled over for a traffic ticket, let's just say, and he tells you were speeding, but he didn't give you a ticket for speeding. He's looking all over the damn place, looking in your car, looking for other charges, looking for any more revenue that they can charge, which is basically harassment. But yeah, it used to be where if you were speeding, you got a ticket and see ya, and that still kind of sucks, because I would rather have cops out there busting crime, criminals, Because that's the whole thing when I'm talking about. Why call 911 when they're never there during the crime? I mean, maybe 0.5% of the time, maybe they are. I don't know. But in my experience, I've always put, I lived in the country before too. Besides Chicago, I lived in Joliet, I should say. I always put a sign out saying, I don't call 911. And it would be a sign of a gun. In other words, don't come in my home. Don't trespass. You could get hurt. But think of the tax dollars we pay for all this shit. And we go back to the camping. This is where I started. It kind of irks me that you pay taxes to the government for them to buy land off the water. A little controlling, isn't it? And then they charge you to dock your boat, camp. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just such criminal act in my eyes. I mean, there's a place out here out by Red Bridge, and it's government. It's not government owned. It's owned by the military, which is government still, something like that. And then that's bought by the taxpayers, right? They bought it with the taxpayers, and then they turn around and they rent it out to these people that are charging people to dock their boats. I mean, does anybody see this crap? This is such piracy. You talking about criminals? I think we found some. And yeah, I mean, if you really sit and think about it, what the hell are we doing? I mean, this is Labor Day weekend. This is Friday, Labor Day weekend. What is it, like 5 o'clock? I would like to go out there and just cruise through the camping area just to see if I know anybody, or, not to stay, just to drive on the damn road that I pay taxes for all my life. I'm 62, right? Nope, can't do that. You got to pay $7 to get in. And then I think you got to pay again to go through the camping area to cruise through. Now they put tolls on top of the... Is anybody getting pissed yet? Because it's idiotic. Who's thinking of this shit? But I will admit, it's a gorgeous day out. I'm going to go ride my bike. Screw your taxes, because you can't charge me on a bicycle. And if you did, try and stop it, because I ain't stopping. We got a bike trail that the Ford company donated, and for some reason the park district's helping to take care of it. And I don't know how, but they drive their trucks on the bike trail, which means I got to get off the bike trail for them to pass. Don't ask me why they're driving down the bike trail. Maybe they're lollygagging. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to take my bike for a ride and just think about this crap that our elected officials have made up for us. And everybody else should think about this crap and see what we can do to change a lot of this stuff. Somebody, please run for office and make some changes. Because, don't even get me started on the property taxes. I mean, fuck. I've owned my own house since 2005. That was another house. And didn't really own the house, but I owned the house. But if I didn't pay taxes on it, they'd take it from me. So it's more like renting. Yeah, it's renting your own house to yourself. Ain't that a bitch? So now I live in town, owned my own house. You know, it was a foreclosure. Did a lot of work to it inside because it was all jacked up. Didn't do much outside, just kind of mowed the yard and cleaned stuff up and didn't really have to do much. And they just can't wait to raise them taxes on you. You know what I mean? I didn't even build a damn building. I didn't build anything. It's all just the same. And they raised it and raised it and raised it. And then when I go in to complain to that idiots in there, you know what they do? They call security on me because I'm complaining about my taxes and why they're being raised for no absolutely reason. That's how they deal with that. They have no answers because they know they're criminals, or they have nothing to come back with yet. But that's my 2 cents today. I'm pissed off. Everybody should be pissed off. There's a hell of a lot more of us than them. And I think everybody needs to start standing up for this stuff. If you got a great job and you're doing so good and you're sitting there ignoring your loving neighbor, shame on you. Shame on you. I guess until you're in the same boat, you're not going to stand up. And that sucks. That sucks for everybody. We either all reunite, which is right. I mean, if you got a great job and you got a great place, so what? You're still paying property taxes on it. You lose that job and you lose all that stuff. So you got to fight too. You're in this battle too. You know, you want to see it or not. But until we do this and stand up for what is right and what is wrong, evil and good, you know, because that's what I see in the last 6 years, let's say, I've seen some messed up shit. And nobody seems to give two hoots. I go to the council meeting, there ain't nobody there. So what do they care what I'm saying? I think there was a meeting I missed, well, I'd love to go on to, was when they put the CO2 plant out there, and they're going to shove the engineer thought of this great idea, shove CO2 straight in the ground and it'll be fine. Maybe a little leakage, but it's a great idea. In his little stupid brain. Nobody wants it. There's signs everywhere saying we don't want it, get it out of here, you're an idiot. And what happens? They built that place before the vote even started. So it tells me that something's been fixed because before they even had the meeting, the building was already built. What's that tell you? Usually you'll see if they can do it before you spend all this money and do it. But I guess when you have the control that these idiots have, because nobody stands up to it, and they know it, this is the way it works. So, we have a choice. We can bend over backwards, or you can lean forward and let them because that's what they're doing to you right now. You need to stand up. This is idiotic. I know, I'm ratting and raving, but I'm the only person in town that's actually saying shit out loud. And it's about time everybody stands up to it. I mean, I'm sick of it. Nothing gets done. And I don't know if any of you noticed it, but did you notice out in the country, not in the city, but in the country, they're doing all the construction, the road construction, everywhere. They're not doing it in town, as you can tell, because your shocks are just shot. Your tires are wore out because the roads suck. But they have to get that courthouse in order, get it all painted and brand new. I don't get it. Well, anyway, I should get the hell out of here because I want to go for a bike ride. And this is basically my 2 cents today. I hope somebody else has 2 cents, 5 cents to throw around, and maybe we can all talk. But until we do, enjoy your Labor Day weekend, paying that humongous price. I don't even know what they charge for camping. It used to be $16. I remember that, $24, whatever. It's not, I guarantee it's freaking more than that right now. So enjoy that Labor Day camping fee, your fish fee, your boating fee. Hell, they might have a toll road on the way out there. I don't know. But enjoy your holiday. Hey, I love you guys. But come on. You gotta stick together. See you.